Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Manchester City consider signing Paul Pogba on a free from Manchester United. City are willing to offer Pogba a 4-year deal. Pogba is out of contract at Manchester United this summer. It said not so long ago that Paul Pogba is increasingly likely to leave Man United this summer. Revert back to a few weeks ago, Ralf Rangnick confirmed that Pogba is unlikely to play for Manchester United again. Pogba came off injured in the 4-0 defeat to Liverpool at Anfield. Pogba's endured a lot of injuries since he re-signed for the club, so he is injury prone. This season has been Pogba's 6th season at Man United since he re-signed. He's won 3 trophies at the club so far. He's played over 200 games since he re-signed. Pogba is Man United's most expensive signing at the moment. Man United paid £89 million for him. So that's the news on Paul Pogba. Now, Erik Ten Hag wants Cristiano Ronaldo to stay at Manchester United. It said totally different to that earlier on this season. It said that Erik Ten Hag didn't want Cristiano Ronaldo as part of his plans for next season. Not so long ago, it said that Cristiano Ronaldo could make a return to Real Madrid. Ronaldo's endured one spell already with Real Madrid. He was with them around 10 years. Real Madrid got Ronaldo in 2009 from Manchester United. They paid £80 million. Man United have set a price tag of around $10 million for Ronaldo. Ronaldo's contract at Man United expires next year. There's an option of a further year. He's the highest earner at Man United at the moment. Ronaldo earns £480,000 a week. Manchester United re-signed Ronaldo in the summer of last year from Juventus. Got him for around 20 million with add-ons included. Man United paid around 12.8 million up front. Since Ronaldo re-signed, he's scored 24 goals in all competitions. He has 18 goals in the Premier League. Ronaldo played in the 3-0 win against Brentford. He scored a penalty in that game. He also had a goal ruled out for offside. He's had 2 hat-tricks since he came to the club. You know, Ronaldo got a hat-trick in the 3-2 win against Norwich at Old Trafford. That was his 60th hat-trick in his career. And he got one in the 3-2 win against Tottenham at Old Trafford. A few weeks ago now, Ronaldo announced that his baby son had passed away. That was upsetting. Ronaldo has won over 30 trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. Erik Ten Hag, he's Manchester United's new permanent manager. A few weeks ago, it got officially announced that Man United appointed Erik Ten Hag as the new manager. Erik Ten Hag will replace Ralf Rangnick. Erik Ten Hag signed a 3-year contract with an option of a further year. Man United agreed the compensation with Ajax for Erik Ten Hag. It's below $2 million. Ten Hag is Man United's 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. There's a lot of players that Ten Hag wants to bring to Manchester United. He wants a new striker. He needs to get a centre defensive midfielder in. He also needs to bring a world-class centre-half in to go alongside Varane. Ten Hag's transfer budget has already been revealed. He's going to get between 100 and 150 million this summer. Ten Hag is going to get rid of a lot of players, so reflecting on that, he will generate money. It's going to be good for him to come and experience the Premier League. He's not yet managed in the Premier League. You've got to admire the work Erik Ten Hag has done at Ajax. He's won Eredivisie titles with them. He's won some Dutch Cups. And revert back to 2019, he got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals. So there you go. Ten Hag got appointed in as the Ajax manager back in December 2017. So he's been in charge of Ajax for over 4 years. Ten Hag is the former Utrecht, Bayern Munich reserves and Go Ahead Eagles manager. As for Ralf Rangnick, he has 2 games remaining as Manchester United's interim manager. The other week, it got officially announced that Ralf Rangnick got appointed as the new manager of Austria. Ralf Rangnick signed a 2-year contract, but Rangnick will continue in a consultancy role at Manchester United until 2024. Rangnick has been Man United's interim manager for around 4.5 months now. Before, Rangnick was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. Rangnick's endured 1 transfer window as Man United's interim manager, and unfortunately he didn't get backed in this year's January transfer window. Earlier on this season, Rangnick recommended Ewan Sharpin as an assistant coach and analyst. He also recommended Chris Armisen as an assistant coach, and he recommended Saz Chalenzin as a sports psychologist. The 4 permanent managers Manchester United have sacked since Ferguson. We sacked David Moyes after 10 months. And then Man United had Louis van Gaal, had him for 2 years, then sacked him. Manchester United won the FA Cup under Van Gaal. Then after Van Gaal we had Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho endured a 2.5-year managerial tenure at Man United. Mourinho did enjoy 1 good season at Man United because he won 3 trophies in his first season. The reasons it didn't work out under Mourinho is because he had bad disputes with the board and bad disputes with the top players. And in November last year, Manchester United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer after almost 3 years in charge. So there you go. Like I've said to you, I hate the way the football club has been run for a long time. We've got to get the Glazers out of the football club because they've been one of the biggest problems at the club for a long time. A lot recently, Man United fans have been protesting against the Glazers. Well, revert back towards the end of last season, Man United fans were protesting against the Glazers because at that point the Glazers were planning to scrap the Champions League for that European Super League. There was narratives earlier on this season saying that the Glazers were planning to demolish Old Trafford. As you know, Man United looked to upgrade the stadium. Old Trafford holds around 76,000. It's the second biggest stadium in England, and it's an ecstatic stadium even though it's old. Man United have played in the same stadium for 112 years. But revert back to the Glazers, they've owned the club for around 17 years now. They bought the club for 500 million back in 2005. Manchester United have not won a trophy now for around 5 years or so. That's nowhere near good enough to our standards. Man United have only won 4 trophies in like the last 10 years. The last time Man United won the Premier League was back in 2013. Manchester United have not been the same team since Sir Alex Ferguson retired, and we've got to accept that no one's going to replicate what Ferguson did at the club. A lot of United fans predicted it was all going to go wrong when he retired. Ferguson, greatest manager of all time. When he was the Man United manager, he won 30 odd trophies, including 13 Premier League titles. So reflecting on that, he brought success to the club. But Ferguson didn't settle in straight away because he didn't win out in his first 4 years at Man United. Alex Ferguson was the Man United manager for around 27 years. So reflecting on that, he was a long-serving manager. The players who I think will leave Manchester United this summer, Edinson Cavani will leave. Edinson Cavani's out of contract this summer. Man United got him on a free transfer from PSG back in the summer of 2020. Cavani come back from injury not so long ago. He's endured quite a few injuries since he came to the club. Cavani's had his good games at Man United. Jesse Lingard, he should be leaving Man United this summer. He should have left in January this year, but Man United blocked his exit. Lingard is a squad player, doesn't really get in the team, but he has been part of the club for a long time, came up our academy and that. The second half of last season, Lingard endured a 4-month loan spell with AC Milan. Juan Mata, he'll be leaving Manchester United this summer. Juan Mata, he's another squad player, doesn't really get in the team, but surprisingly started in the 3-0 win against Brentford. And he played well to his credit. Mata's been a long-serving player at Man United. He's been at Man United for 8 years. Manchester United got Juan Mata from Chelsea back in 2014, got him for 37.1 million with add-ons. It went up to 40 million. Mata's had a good career at the club. Marcus Rashford, he could be leaving Manchester United this summer. Rashford's up for sale. It said Manchester United want at least 60 million for Rashford. Earlier on this season, Rashford told his friends that he wants to quit the club. But it said after that Man United want Marcus Rashford to stay at the club this summer despite his wretched run of form. Rashford has endured a lot of poor games this season. He hasn't been the same player since he had that operation on his shoulder. He missed the first 2 months of this season with that shoulder problem. He had a minor leg injury earlier on this season. Rashford's contract at the club expires next year. Rashford missed the game against Brentford not so long ago. Rashford has been part of the club for a long time. He came up our academy. He's been a United player since the age of 7, and he broke into our senior squad back in 2016. Martial, Man United will get rid of him permanently this summer. Martial's out on loan with Sevilla at the moment. Nemanja Matic. We know that he's leaving this summer because revert back to a few weeks ago. Matic announced he will be leaving Man United this summer despite having 12 months on his contract. Matic has started a lot of games recently, and to his credit he's played well. I thought he did alright against Brentford. You know, he did well against his former club Chelsea the other week, and he did well in the game away at Arsenal. Matic isn't one of our first choice midfielders, but despite that he's still being given his opportunities. He's the only predominant centre defensive midfielder Man United have got at the moment. Man United got Matic from Chelsea back in 2017, got him for £40 million. Pogba, you know, he'll be leaving this summer. Phil Jones and Erik Bailly, they'll be leaving Man United this summer. Well, they've told the teammates that they intend on leaving the club. Jones and Bailly, you know, don't really get in the team. Telles, I reckon this season is his last season at the club. Telles has been poor in the last few months. He is our first choice left back under Ralph Rangnick. Man United got Telles from Porto back in 2020, got him in a deal worth £15.4 million. Man United will get rid of Harry Maguire this summer. You know, Harry Maguire is not good enough to represent the club. Maguire is out with injury at the moment, but he recently returned to training, did Maguire. He's had quite a few injuries since he came to the club. I don't know how Harry Maguire is still Man United captain. A lot of Man United fans have been demanding for the captaincy to be taken off Maguire, especially throughout the course of this season. The other week, Harry Maguire received a bomb threat at his home, and reflecting on that, he run the police. Man United overpaid for Maguire, got him for £80 million. He's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment, and he's the second most expensive signing at the club. And Juan Mata, you know, he'll be leaving this summer. I heard that Crystal Palace want him back. Henderson will leave this summer as well. Henderson's our second choice keeper, doesn't get in goal much. Dean Henderson's only made 3 appearances this season. Lee Grant, he should leave this summer. Lee Grant's like our 4th choice keeper. We brought Lee Grant in under Jose Mourinho. And I reckon Tom Heaton will leave. Tom Heaton's a backup keeper. He's Man United's 3rd choice keeper. Man United got Tom Heaton on a free transfer from Aston Villa. So there you go. And there's going to be players leaving Man United next year because we've got a lot of players' contracts that do expire next year. So anyway, guys, I'll be on for match reaction after Man United have played Brighton. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do. Consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.